Hola, hola, bienvenidos y bienvenidas y muchas gracias por estar por acá. Esto es Terra Games y hoy vamos a tener, como lo prometimos anteriormente, las primeras 1 hora vamos a ver cómo nos va del Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition para Nintendo Switch. Que sin más dilación, comencemos. Esta es la pantalla de carga. Nueva parte. Prólogo. Voy a tratar de no hablar mucho para apreciar toda la parte de la historia. Ahí está la invasión.
July 2054 AD.
Dentro de
Earth
poquito.
was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us. Literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface.
O sea, ver esto en una Wii U en aquellos tiempos
Since
era
then, 2 months have
increíble.
passed.
Y aún ahora. Ah, sí, había olvidado que tenés que crear tu personaje. Vamos a hacer algo rápido para no liarnos demasiado. Eh, sí, sí, sí. El peinado. El peinado está bien. Sin bigote. Ah, ok. Este sería negro y este sería un poquito más claro. Maquillaje normal. Voz. ¿Está bien? Si mal no recuerdo, Elma es la otra muchacha con la que siempre andamos. Voy a ser sincero, este juego
Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
el juego no lo jugué mucho en su tiempo porque cuando tuve el disco estaba rayado. Entonces prácticamente solo jugué parte del prólogo. em, y luego no pude seguir. Así que prácticamente no he jugado nada
Releasing
de este
hatch.
juego.
Please stand clear.
Aún así sé que es una joya, uno de los mejores que se han hecho en la historia. Por eso es que estamos acá.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece. Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You
Elma.
want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? Must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
Simón, así me llamo.
Good, there we
Mucho
go.
gusto.
What else you remember? It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Cuando no sepas dónde ir, comprueba si hay lugares cercanos marcados con un signo de exclamación. Así tendrás más claro el camino a seguir, pero tampoco pasa nada por dar un rodeo. Al fin y al cabo, no todos trabajan en esta vida. De hecho, una cosa interesante que tiene este juego es que realmente lo mejor del juego es no ir hacia el lugar a donde está indicado. Este realmente es un mundo abierto. Bueno, ahorita no se ve mucho de eso, pero lo mejor es siempre explorar. Correcto, si se brincaba. Es explorar y siempre te estás encontrando cosas nuevas. Bueno, pero para efectos de este video, pues vamos a tratar de seguir un poquito la historia. No me voy a perder tanto en la exploración.
Most of the white whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the white whale, do you? You know, the L002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed. Ring any bells? Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Vencer el combate asigna como objetivo a un enemigo y saca un arma. Pero la mejor manera de aprender es practicando. No te preocupes y suéltate que yo estaré aquí para ayudarte. Se asigna objetivo con R. Y blandimos arma con A. Copiado. Aquí has sacado el arma con A, atacarás al enemigo con una frecuencia determinada. Pero para ello deberás acercarte lo suficiente a él. La distancia dependerá del tipo de arma. Habilidades que confieren las armas permiten usar artes. Selecciona las que quieras usar con el botón direccional y pulsa A para ejecutarla. La paleta de antes puede contener hasta 8 artes. Para utilizar un arte se requerirá un tiempo de espera para volver a usarla, cuya duración dependerá de la propia arte. Asignamos el objetivo y presionamos A. Todo jugador de Zelda aparece una cosa y y empezás a dar vueltas en círculo alrededor de él. Eso es básico. Listo.
You're not half bad. There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
Todos queremos y
Then
necesitamos
you're
trabajo.
interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Cuchillo de hierro mod. Se responde con éxito a una de esas llamadas, producir un efecto beneficioso. Cuando un aliado emite una voz de almas, se resaltarán las artes de la paleta que coincidan con el color de dicha voz. Si responde con éxito a la voz del alma, es decir, causando un arte resaltada, cuando tanto tú como ese aliado recuperaréis puntos de vida. Recibiréis un efecto beneficioso y mejoraréis vuestra afinidad mutua. L más R. Esta acercamos, alejamos, pero prefiero la cámara automática. No, allá hay un... Cuando se está abriendo esa cápsula, el control hace como una vibración en HD. El control. A ver.
Nice work.
Get a load of this.
They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack. Slide! Fling them! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Easy peasy.
We got him. Let's move.
¿La cosa está viva? Hay diferentes cosas, ¿no?
Get a load of this.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. Shadow strike.
No estoy muy seguro si debí haberle buscado pleito a este.
So you like knocking
Ouch.
people around.
Slide. Destroyed.
Ay, ay,
Move
ay,
in and
ay.
strike.
Easy peasy.
We got him. Let's move.
Agua sucia de pótamo. No sé para qué servirá, pero... Creo que había algo por acá. O sea, aquí solo en esta parte puedes pasarte horas. Que no voy a hacer. Ya vamos a continuar con la historia. Y a ver. Es por allá. Definitivamente se mira la diferencia entre la versión de Wii U con esta. Estas piedras antes no se miraban tan bien. Ahora se nota que son piedras. Y un objeto. No recuerdo si había un botón para nadar más rápido. Creo que no. Prosigamos. R y X. Ah.
It didn't have to be like this.
Open fire!
Target in sight! Shadow strike! Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Watch this!
Slide!
Ese lo hice con el botón
Switch to close range combat.
con la direccional.
Upper hand.
Si seleccionan estas artes y la activas con A.
Grenade!
Shadow strike!
I'm in a good position. Open fire!
Target in sight!
Easy peasy.
We got it. Let's move.
Corte lateral. No sé si mi audio se está escuchando bien. Espero que sí. Espero que no me esté falseando el micrófono otra vez. Yo les prometo que sí. Si nos va bien con este canal, vamos a ir comprando cositas mejores. Empezando por un micrófono decente. Ahorita, si se fijan, estoy con un micrófono de
The
telefonista.
rain's starting to let up. Just in time for sunrise.
No es lo mejor ni lo más
Follow
adecuado.
me. I
Pero pues,
promise
es
you're
lo que
gonna
hay y
love
se
this.
empieza por el principio. Así que está buenísimo.
Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together. We call this planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home.
O sea, qué mala onda que destruyeron la Tierra y estos más están
Recognize the habitat
en hogar.
unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy. We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Algunos enemigos de Mira te atacarán en cuanto te detecten. Puedes saber qué tipo de detección emplea por el icono que acompaña su nombre. Los enemigos con nivel mucho más bajo que el tuyo no atacarán sin provocación. No agresivos sin iconos no te atacarán a menos que los provoques. Ah, como cuando me metí con ese que no tenía que haberme metido. Ok, ya entendí. Con agudeza visual reaccionarán en cuanto estés en su campo de visión. Ok, estos son los más agresivos. Con esa agudeza auditiva reaccionarán si te oyen pasar demasiado cerca de ellos. Ok, estos son más arrachos. Vamos a darle cerrar. Si queremos llegar al refugio antes de la puesta del sol, toca ponerse las pilas y echar a correr. Esto viene bien cuando hay que apresurarse para llegar a algún sitio o si uno está en una situación complicada, toca salir por patas. Y botón arriba, activar vista aérea. Oh, nice, tiene un dron. Cerrar, mantener la dirección de la capa. Alright. Sería por allá, ¿no? Hombre, si se fijan, esto es un Breath of the Wild. Pero con cosas modernas. Listo. Bueno. Veamos. Ah, ok, no hay que hacer nada. Lo que ellos dicen aparece abajo a la izquierda. Qué bonito carrito. ¿Qué hay? ...56 de la mañana. Sí, entonces este animalito me ataca si me mira. Como un puerco. No, hombre, es nivel 3, ni que era Dios. ¿Ese qué es? Está pastando hojas, no creo que sea agresivo. No quiero pelear innecesariamente. Ah, chingue, sí es. ¿Qué se me vio? Bueno.
Engaging. Lay down some fire for me.
Assault hammer!
Slide nice. Move in and do some damage.
Block this! Now, topple him with some gunfire. Flame grenade! Don't push me.
Slide.
Dinner is served.
We got him. Let's move.
Hombre, yo no le quería hacer nada. Él tuvo la culpa. Ay. La distancia de dibujado es enorme.
Shadow strike. Slide. Flicker. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Block this! Grenade!
Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
Ay, que estoy muy cerca.
Flame grenade!
Upper hand. Slide. Flicker. You're tough. Touch me up.
Armor!
I owe you one. Early bird. That put it down. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Now that's how to evade. You can do it.
Hammer! Easy peasy.
Nice work.
Que le golpearon duro a la Elma. Hay animales voladores. Ahí anda uno. No, muchachitos, no quiero pelear. Simplemente quiero llegar. Bueno, continuemos con esto. Ya casi llegamos. No tenemos más retrasos. Pareciera una mezcla rara entre Breath of the Wild y Avatar. Casi siento que me va a salir un Motikai aquí. Pues llegamos.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it? And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. And they're riled. We can't leave them roaming here, not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
Utilizas cuando avanzas a pie, se dividen en dos grupos, cuerpo a cuerpo y a distancia. Correcto, la daga que ando y la ametralladora. Pulsa X para cambiarlo de un tipo a otro. Armas cuerpo a cuerpo, solo se pueden emplear muy cerca del objetivo. Cada uno de esos impactos puede infligir más daño. Distancia permite atacar desde una distancia prudencial. Suelen generar múltiples impactos, pero en detrimento de la cantidad de daño infligido. Como en todos los RPG, que las armas de largo alcance son más débiles, pero tienen más alcance. Un momento. Sí, de eso me di cuenta hace rato. Ay.
Sorry guys, I'm finished. Hit him hard for me.
Y morí por primera vez. Okay.
It didn't have to be like this. Engaging. Lay down the fire for me.
Assault hammer! Topple them! Fire away!
Green edge!
Ah! They're tough. Heal me up.
I should heal up first. Switch to close range combat. Slide!
Slit blade! Look at that!
Shadow strike!
Follow up with melee attacks. Flame grenade!
Tough. Catch me up. Early bird.
Seguimos dando. Se desbarató la cola ella.
Assault hammer!
That's true on any planet.
Nada mal esta vez.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
Hay que leer bastante. Lo principal, equipo, clases. Ok. Bombardero, comando, ejecutor. Esta rama, bombardero, y esta rama si te interesan las armas de fuego. Mezcla artes defensivas y ofensivas. Bonus de PV y ataques cuerpo a cuerpo. Es la clase perfecta para principiantes. Y esta rama, si quieres aumentar el daño infligido, se centra en los refuerzos de daño y ofrece bonus de precisión, de evasión y de los ataques cuerpo a cuerpo a distancia. Elistes esta rama si quieres ofrecer apoyo desde lejos. Otorga muchas artes a distancia. No, sería o bombardero o comando. Espada bastarda, fusiles de salto, espadas gemelas, pistolas gemelas. Pero no se puede todavía. Pero ya más o menos sé a dónde quiero ir. Estos cristales no recuerdo para qué son, pero yo los agarro. Ya llevo suficiente. Y tiene su popping. Por ejemplo, esos vehículos acaban de aparecer, no se miraban a lo lejos. Aún así sí han mejorado. Recuerdo que antes había más popping.
Thanks.
Sí, hombre, estoy viendo Avatar aquí. Years. Ok, hay que ir arriba. Mira la luna carmesí ahí. ¿Para dónde era? Este tema me encanta.
Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beach spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA is our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Nice. Que guardar tu progreso, se abrirá la pantalla de guardado. Vamos a guardar. Bueno, han sido 47 minutos y apenas acabamos de ver el título del juego. Vamos a hacer algo. Vamos a continuar. Sí, vamos a continuar una hora y piquito, un piquito más o menos, para completar las 2 horas de juego. Si te está gustando lo que estamos haciendo ahorita, recuerda que nos puedes siempre apoyar con un buen like, suscribiéndote, activando la campanita de notificaciones y compartiendo nuestro contenido con todos tus amigos y amigas, para que seamos cada día más, y podamos seguir haciendo trayendo más contenido como este. Recuerden que este canal va a ser un éxito solamente con la ayuda de ustedes. Así que proseguimos. Vamos a seguir.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest
Monstruo se miraba a la
success in
luna.
our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago, ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From political aid to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
in LA and a better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts.
Político
You
mintiendo.
can call me Irina. I'm
Qué
with the
extraño, ¿verdad?
Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Qué bonita esa cosa.
Hey!
Wow, let's see.
Sí, me recuerda a Avatar, incluso le llaman indígenas. A los animales que viven en el planeta. Con su permiso, un cafecito. Ouch.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
She's 13, and I know, she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Ok. Es como Final Fantasy, puedes ir cambiando miembros del equipo. Cool. Y al parecer puedo ir con 3 más. Hay un spot más para... Ok.
Hey!
Let's go.
Listen to this.
La música está increíble.
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best
Oh, wow.
way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour then? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district. I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
Burger King.
CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book,
La catedral se parecía al templo del tiempo de Zelda.
The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center of the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we'd better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Here's what I know.
Me llama la atención ese político. Que se haya autoproclamado tan rápido. Que hay gente que no le parece. Y que aparte digan que miente. Y que hay personas que no están de acuerdo. apuesto lo que quieran a que hay algún tipo de trama política de fondo en este juego.
Gotta say, this blade's looking pretty sharp.
Well.
Bueno, me dijeron que no me distraiga mucho por acá. Y hago exactamente lo contrario de lo que me dicen. Ok. First manufacturer. Ah, ok. Dale pues, vamos a continuar con la historia.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Cool. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin? It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth.
the casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Ya toda esta parte yo no la había visto.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Bonita esta cocina.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby. What? You don't remember what a skell is? That gorgeous exoskeleton that just went by? Basically like the most incredible, awesomest super weapons ever? Lasers, force fields, bipedal and vehicular transformations. Sorry, I get so excited whenever I think about it.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not
Absolutamente.
that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over. So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so Blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official Blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every Blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of Blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face faces. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Hey!
Son Gundams.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Ahora regresamos.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part? I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
¿Qué hubiera pasado si le doy rechazar?
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Toma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Lo que me da risa es que tenés a un soldado con amnesia y probablemente estrés postraumático. Y ellos dicen que no hay ningún problema, no hay ningún impedimento. En fin. Instala la zona exploratoria. Ok, vamos a nuestra primera misión. Casi a 2 horas desde que empezamos. Genial. Establecer esta misión de... Sí. Todos expandiendo fronteras.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh? Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool.
Sí, me mataron.
I've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Sectores. Mapa, sectores. Ok.
Hey,
Yo quiero uno de esos. Bueno, volvemos afuera. Tentado a atacar a esa criatura de nivel 6. Luego recuerdo cómo me mataron miserablemente y se me pasa. Nivel 10. Esos que tienen un icono rojo entonces son los que te escuchan.
What the hell happened here?
Eso iba a decir, algo más grande los atacó.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Sinicula.
Less.
Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. The Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in one way or another. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some Tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right. Let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Bueno. Vamos a atacar esa cosa. A ver. Equiparse bien antes de atacar. Claro. Armas, equipo, claro. mejorar las artes. Ok. Equipo de campo. Ok. Entonces, equipo de campo. No que validar las prioridades que poseen un poder superior. Ok. Durante una épica de grandes rasgos, lo fácil que puede acabar. Como el RPT, ok. Ok, como cualquier Final Fantasy. Ok, las tengo, pero no tengo la clase copiado. Para eso necesito ir subiendo de nivel. Ok, y están en rojo. Por eso él indica porque no se puede. Ah, con L y R puedo cambiar al personaje y ver qué es lo que tiene. Perfecto. Cabeza. Solo tenemos eso. Tronco. Creo que había agarrado un objeto prototipo. Dúo prototipo. Objeto prototipo. Le bajar resistencia. Muchas cosas. Y me le sube a físico. Negativo. O sea, sí tiene, sí se le sube la defensa física, pero le baja la defensa para las demás cosas. Entonces yo prefiero tener algo más equilibrado, que no me le baje tanto a las demás cosas. Ese sí, cuerpo a cuerpo, el cuchillo de hierro modificado, sí me gustó. Otros las cosas que lleva arriba, los de hierro, nada que cambiarle. Mismo creo. Tiene lo mismo. Cabeza. No hay nada para llevar en la cabeza. Y Lin. Tiene... Creo que no ha agarrado nada para ella. Solo a este chango podía. No veamos cómo le caemos. Puede ser todo acá tengo una extremidad específica del enemigo. Si vacías la barra de energía de extremidades, puedes dejarlo tu extremidades. Ok. Antes de vencer al enemigo podría aportarte botines adicionales al término del combate. Ok.
How is this even remotely fair?
Open fire! Follow me!
Shadow strike! I'm off balance.
Look at that! Follow up with melee attacks.
Let's play into it.
Move in and keep the rhythm going. I'm off balance.
Assault hammer!
Shadow strike! Enemies destroyed. Move in and strike.
Infuriate!
Upper hand. Lightning
Fire carnival!
Ouch.
That's how you made. You can do it.
So you like knocking people around?
Move in and do some damage.
Armor! Random attack! Take me close! Assault hammer!
Early burn.
So you like knocking people
Melee
around?
I'm off balance.
Really?
Fire carnival!
Shadow strike. Image destroyed. Move in and strike.
Vamos a hacer algo. Sí, fallé miserablemente. Pero vamos a equiparnos mejor. Me parece que ando dinero. Así que... ¿Qué? No puedo comprar. ¿Por qué? Equipo protector. Cabeza. Go 30.000. Ok. Ok, me mantiene todo. Venga para acá. Okay. Right. Ahora sí estamos hablando. A esta changa le vamos a poner igual su casco. Todo el mundo con su casquito. Jugué contra rayos. Armas, no he comprado armas. Le de asalto, que es lo que mejor me sirve. Poder de armas, unidad de PT, baja PT. ¿Qué andamos con esto? Fusil de protoasalto. Otro 1500. ¿Por qué no puedo comprarlo? Ah, necesito nivel para que me dejen comprarlo. Interesante. Asalto. Ataque. Ok, es más estable, pero pega menos. No me gusta. Tampoco. En armas. Necesito subir de niveles. Vamos a guardar. Para correr va apretado así y apretas el thumbstick y así vas más rápido. Y vamos a pelear contra algunos de estos. Solo para agarrar niveles. Esto es básico en cualquier RPG. Farmear un poquito. Ah, sí, claro. Vamos a grabar una vez más. Llevamos nivel 5.
Let's get this started.
Let's see what you got.
This!
Shadow Strike!
Carnival!
Side Flash!
Wild
Lightning Slinger!
What? Got him! Lay down some cover fire!
This one's got your name on it.
Shot Knight! Move in and do some damage! Slide! Slinger! Nice work.
Señal de titanio antigravedad, me imagino que es. Cuchillo de hierro. Puñal de titanio anti. Me hace falta para subir nivel.
Random pack. Take it in close.
Shadow Strike! Fire! Shot Knight! Move in and do some damage!
Topple them. Fire away.
Lay down some cover fire!
This one's got your
Free
name on it.
edge! Side Flash!
That was expensive.
I got a workout from all that running.
Traficar soldado antiguo. Sigo. Lo siento, estaba viendo otro lado.
Block this.
Wild down!
Flame grenade.
Shot Knight! Move in and do some damage! I should heal
Heal
up
me up.
first.
And it's dead!
Early bird.
We can relay it!
Now, melee attack.
This blade's looking pretty
Still on any-
sharp.
Dentro de poquito subo de nivel. No me quiero arrancar con eso. Hay un nivel 6 ahí.
Open fire. Follow me.
I've got fire!
Move in and do some damage. Shadow
Block
Strike.
this.
Wild down!
Slit gauge.
Wild
Now, topple them with some gunfire.
Side Flash. Early bird. Oh, no.
They're
I
tough.
should heal up first.
Heal me up. Slit gauge.
Uy, fallé eso.
Slide Knight. Move in and do some damage.
trash chuck!
Back to the dead town. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Trash!
Side Flash.
Fire carnival!
I'm still in.
Watch me
Let's get in their face.
Slide down! We can eliminate it!
Baby, this is hot.
Now,
Ouch.
melee attacks. Nice work.
Así me palman. Y no subí de nivel. Ok, estoy de frente. Vamos a darle por detrás.
I owe you one. Shadow strike. Assault hammer. Touch me out. Scream edge.
So you like knocking people around? Leave it to me. Look at that. Follow up with melee attack.
Así ya casi.
Move in and do some damage. Fire carnival. Shadow strike. Off balance.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try. Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Okay. Una tarea pendiente para conocer en el sector en el que te encuentras. Indicador un vortex hexagonal amarillo en el minimapa. Ok. Este indicador representa el límite del sector que estás ocupando en ese momento. Ah, nice. Sectores, ok. Restos de alienígenas. Fotito ahí. Bueno, creo que ahí está bien para hacer la fotito. Bueno, creo que aquí vamos a guardar. Bueno, creo que lo dejamos por acá. Gracias por jugar conmigo las primeras horas de este juego. La verdad es que está muy bueno. Yo, como les conté antes, solo había jugado una parte del prólogo cuando salió en el Wii U, porque no tenía porque el disco estaba rayado. Está buenísimo y se merece todas las calificaciones que ha estado obteniendo. He visto que ha obtenido calificaciones de perfecto. Yo diría que no es perfecto, pero está muy bueno dentro del rango de un juego que tiene ese que se ha vuelto casi de culto. Y bueno, nuevamente gracias por estar por acá. Déjame en la cajita de comentarios si querés que sigamos con esta historia o si querés que pasemos para algún otro juego. Si te gustó el contenido, recordad que con un like, activando la campanita y suscribiéndote, y también compartiendo este contenido con tus amigos, nos apoyas súper mucho. Bastante. Y nada, muchas gracias nuevamente por estar por acá. Y nos vemos en otra ocasión. See ya.